Hey there, viewers. Welcome back to the show here at Esports Talk. This is after the fact, all right? We now know that Cloud9 had clearly already bought TenZ. That's why they made the jokes. So don't go send your hate in either misdirection. This is a general talking point about contract jail, contract prison, some top-end esports players out there locked in contracts. And would these jokes be considered too far if Cloud9 had not just sold TenZ to Sentinels, which, by the way, at the point of these players making their remarks, they did not know TenZ had been bought out. So please don't go send hate either which way. I'm just curious what you guys think about this, as Cloud9 on their own social media and Cloud9 CEO Jack Etienne had made comments and jokes after the flawless Sentinels Iceland run saying, "Show me the money in the bank," and people had not yet known that TenZ had been bought out. At that point, he was still trapped, so in no way, shape, or form do I blame Doublelift or do I blame Sean Gares or Shroud for their reactions, all of which were very, very different, and I think they actually offer a lot of great insight. So do me a favor, go check him out. Go check out Shawnee Boy, go check out Doublelift, go check out, of course, the one and only Shroud, as they all had different remarks to make when Cloud9 made those jokes, and at the time, we thought TenZ was still trapped there.
That's what I realized after like the tweets I sent out yesterday. I'm like, wow, there's just a lot of people that just don't understand that Twitter is meant for opinions. And it's just, I don't know. People are silly. People are so silly. The stuff, I just don't understand some things that I see. And then you have fucking TenZ literally stuck in contract jail, and the fucking team owners are just fucking saying he's gonna get a fat buyout, and people are like, haha, that's hilarious. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? That's hilarious. That's our best player in NA stuck in contract jail. How is that hilarious? What about this is hilarious? Like, he's in contract jail from signing a contract when he's probably 18 years old. Like, and his value lies in the fact that he's an influencer that pulls fucking 10,000 concurrent viewers on his Twitch stream. Like, what about that is hilarious? There's nothing hilarious about that. Like, what's funny about that? Am I missing something? Like, that's not funny at all. It's like, how is that funny? Do you guys not realize like what it actually means? He's in fucking contract jail. Like, that's sad for the NA scene. Like, how is that funny? That's not funny at all. Like, fuck. People are so dumb. Literally just like, ugh. That's business though. That's business though, dude. Yeah, it's just business signing fucking near minors to 3-year contracts. Like, get the fuck out of here. TenZ's value isn't in being an esports pro, okay? And that's why that tweet came out, is because he proved his value as an esports pro. He proved his value by being the MVP of a tournament and being the best esports pro. But where the real money is the influencer contracts, the Twitch deals, all the fucking streaming rights and all that stuff. So when TenZ pulls 10,000 concurrent viewers, his buyout is going to be insane. It's going to be fucking insane, even though it has nothing to do with what he was signed for. Like, well, it's becoming what people are being signed for, but whether you agree with that or not, that's what his value is. His value is because of his brand he's built, not because of his performance in a Valorant esports server.
Teammates or Jack wants him to play in Academy. And I would say, I mean, if you follow Valorant at all, Jack literally is like, they're both like probable, like they're both not probable, I would say, like reasonable to think. If you look at Jack, like, where is he? Yeah, so like TenZ is on loan to Sentinels, and the rumor is that he's contract jailed and Jack won't let him go for a ridiculous buyout. And then after they won, Jack tweets something out like this. I mean, it is in the best interest of the org to sell him for as high as possible, but it fucks over the player because they don't get to go to the org that they want to go to. And also, it puts a ton of stress on the player who signed a contract when they're like 17, 18 years old. They were just a kid trying to get into the scene. And obviously, it's just one of those very ugly parts of esports, right? Players being contracts in contract prison, and then yeah, it really sucks when an owner tweets something out like that. It just makes as a player, it makes you feel like you're just like a cattle trying to get sold off to the highest bidder.
It's my line.
Where did I get that? I got that from FNS.
A movie or something.
Yeah, I think I got it from FNS back in the CSGO days.
What did Jack tweet? What did he tweet? He tweeted money in the bank. Give. Oh, that's fucking funny. That is so funny.
So knowing what we know now, do you think that those jokes were okay? Me personally, right away, boom, thought it was funny. Now knowing what we know, I think even more so, it's a great funny joke. I think some people like to speculate, what if TenZ was somehow still there? Would Cloud9 have made those jokes? I like to think probably not. I don't think that would be the case. And would it be too far then? Yes. I gave you guys the example in a previous video. You imagine Jack makes that joke, money in the bank, and he just meant the loan amount, and he keeps on having Tyson or TenZ on the lineup for the next 2 years or for the remainder of his contract. Meanwhile, Sentinels just play it out without him. Yeah, then I would look back on that tweet and think, that kind of sucks. But I think Sean and Doublelift, of course Shroud just thought it was funny, but I think the other two bring up a great point though of how this might feel for other players who can't escape that contract jail. And we very well could have been at a point where maybe Sentinels did not want to pay the 1.25 million. And then what do we think? Do we think it's funny? Probably not. But knowing what we know now, yes, it was certainly a funny that's my name. It was a funny joke to make at the point, but it does bring up a great discussion for all the other players out there who unfortunately couldn't convince a team to buy them out or to bring them to a new home of which they wanted to go to. It's a frequent reminder of the struggle that esports is in, and I think Sean even brings up a better point of, and Doublelift mentions too, these are really, really young players, 17, 18, could be younger, could be a bit older years old, signing 3-year deals, not knowing what the future holds. And all of a sudden they get to that future and it becomes a very tricky spot of where they want to leave, but they can't. And so I think it brings a great discussion. What do y'all think about it? Obviously, Cloud9 jokes now are pretty funny, but in a different world, they maybe not. They maybe were not. I just remember at the time of them announcing it, people were like, this is funny, but maybe it's also too far. Now knowing what we know, of course, it's a great result. And we wait to see if $1.25 million was the right price to pay for Mr. TenZ. What do y'all think? All right, until next time, you take care of yourselves. All right, okay, bye.